AYV Television on Channel 33. We also broadcast live online at www.ayvnews.com. We stream live on our Facebook page, Africa Young Voices Media Empire. This is your talk show, the program where they ask the questions same way you can want for ask. You will watch we, you will listen to we. Hot seats on AYV Television. As always, we can talk to politicians, people in public service, business people, journalists, civil society, on things same way need to be done for the development of this nation, on government policies, programs, and activities as well. As always, me and Amadou Lamranabai, and I welcome our viewers from across the country and across the world. With people on our Facebook page, I welcome you as well. And as always, with the appeal to the discussions, them, let me make them very respectful, responsible, let me agree for disagree. Now, one grain salon we get, we can get arguments, we can disagree on issues, but bottom line is we all want a better country. We all want this country for go before. Irrespective of what political party they support, Usai you interested, we all get that one goal of seeing a better Sierra Leone. Usai, we all go feel good for going to hospital, we go send we picking and go to public schools. Not strain forget public transport and make the country as we all want and for be. So I welcome now. And the appeals, as always, let we expect we different views them as we follow the program. Inside today on program, we can talk about politics, governance, and different in them. We don't happen at the country in the past 3 years. And I get the pleasure for welcome we guest for today, Honorable Kandeh Yumkela, we have been presidential candidate for the National Grand Coalition (NGC), and same way so a member of Parliament. From Kichom, Nakambia district, they representing people them. We can talk about how has it been in Parliament. As always, we can ask people them how has it been for them in public life. What are the challenges and what are the things that we don't progress on as a nation, as well as a bill where it don't push an article where as well right, we title opening up the political space, the inclusive and equitable governance bill. But they can discuss that bill there where they talk about, getting people in the diaspora for able for vote now elections, as well as giving women more opportunity for all public position, as well as issues we get for do with national cohesion for address tribalism and regionalism. Hello, Dr. Yumkela, and welcome to the program. What's it?
Glad if I can join you, and hello to you listeners there.
It's a pleasure having you for the very first time. How has it been? How has it been in Parliament generally?
English or
Creole with a mix? You can talk anything. Yeah.
Oh, Parliament it don't be interesting for me. I know ever did a Parliament. I don't know other governing bodies, but for the inside Parliament, inside raw politics, they interesting. So I don't learn quite a bit and make friends and get some combat with some others, in terms of verbal combat with the debates. So an interesting place.
The Parliament where you joined, what was your expectation? Contesting for that position, you win and you were looking forward to getting to Parliament. 3 years now, it meets your expectation. What you really look forward to?
I've been expecting Parliament will be tough because we've been getting a hung Parliament, waiting the people of Salone vote for, been very clear. Then vote for let the opposition control Parliament. Then vote for let full political party in a Parliament. Now that's been the expression of waiting and they expect. I remember that 10 day with the election done, with first week in a Parliament, in fact first month, some diplomats they ask some of we forget coffee with them, drinks, how things. We hope see the Parliament now go different from the last one, because then convince that then they pay for elections, most of the elections and then they finance. They say we so like the composition, because the people then actually vote for accountability. So there were those expectations that they can now, as an opposition, help forget accountability. There was the expectation that yes, we. NGC, we say we want be constructive opposition. We don't want for just the oppose. We want work with government on the main agenda. And you see, say really for 2 years, we give them benefit of the doubt, work with them on a number of bills within they bring there and support. Because it's important, as President Obama said, nobody know for which bad for in government. Because if the government not perform, now all man they suffer. So we genuinely go inside there for work constructively. And I believe, say, we don't try, we best they do that.
In these 3 years, you think, say, Parliament, the Parliament where you be they look forward to, for able, not on Parliament, but for able, you know, all the executive arm of government accountable, get a very good laws them on go pass and, you know, do an oversight function same in the right way. You think, say, when I don't live up to that expectation there as a Parliament?
I believe, say, in terms of lawmaking, we don't do very well. A lot of bills then don't they with the government bring where we in the opposition work with them for amend, for modify, even when time can short. In some cases, we then will not get enough time, meaning that they not don't give you like 1 month, 2 months, we'll really work on them. But all in all, we campaign lawmaking, I believe say we don't do very well.
Okay.
Of course, also we lack in pan lawmaking. Now we the opposition no bring we own bills. We sometimes interest groups, we own constituents or other constituents don't ask we for, which we can call private member bill. We'll not just get for wait for government. Yeah, so that side there I feel say lacking. Okay. Where we self-able bring we own opposition bills and ideas, and let government work with we on that one day. On oversight, I think there is a lot more to be expected on oversight and accountability. I think we could do better. Representation, I believe, say we don't try with all MPs. We get what we call SO23. A lot of MPs, they take the floor for say, hey, my constituency, now this be, or something happens, some people can meet me, I want to let people know. So we don't do quite a bit of that. On the accountability side, if I go also, waiting also we not do well at all. Now we will be non-planned, so we begin a question time for ministers, like how then they do now UK and some of the other country them. We're not an important part. We don't get the intention, we don't talk about them. But we really not on structure them. There was a time we'd be even say we'll put a day in the month where they get question time for ministers. That one day we're not able to do them. We don't do 1 or 2 or 3 ad hoc, but we're not really.
Generally, you go assess una as members of Parliament or Parliament say una don't do well in the last 3 years.
Well, sometimes they can make a statement say you are as efficient as the constraints you have. Yeah, and so within the context of the constraints, for say, remember, the MP they no get assistance. Yeah, then one of the big flaw there where I see in we system. Okay, you see a minister can meet una, so until I get 5 people there with them plus consultants. We donors they don't pay for her. But you see, we now as individual MPs, we do on we own. And now you get for be expert now per agriculture, per health, per education, per infrastructure, all thing. Whereas in Ghana, yes, they get two assistants for do research for them, for prepare them. Because you can't be, you know, expert by everything, and given the schedule and the amount of thing that we get for cover for the nation, but also for your constituents, you need that support. So within that constraint, I feel say we don't try as best as we can. There is a lot of room for improvement and for incentivize other people then for Ghana Parliament. I believe say one of the successes what we don't get, if anything, we may notice, because I don't there now from 2015, 6 years now. The way where I see people are interested for talk about Parliament, for good or for bad. Yeah, I see that interest more now than before. Is
it not because people like you are in Parliament?
Me feel say many of us, we genuinely the debates hard and well, don't excite some people say, or for the listen to that, to the extent that when some of we not say anything for a little while, people they say, hey, you know they talk, or you know they talk again. For me, that's a positive. And I pray say because of that, of course, some of the contention they will don't get. Sometimes they will get in bad conflicts. You know, confusion kind side. Of course, people like drama as well. So that also don't bring a negative interest in Parliament. But the bottom line is, me they hope say with this interest, renewed interest in Parliament, parliamentary procedures, what we do and what we don't do. that sometimes some younger people now get inspired, say, myself I one day and that, because it's such an important house. And when me been the go there, people ask me, why you go do this? I say, let people then see, say, an honorable place for they. And let them understand the power we did it. Now we supposed for check government excesses, for protect them before, so that they not even get for going to court. Now we get for really protect them through laws, but also saying to the executive arm and the president, hey, you don't exceed your power. Before even court business, they can inside. So me, they hope, say, at least we don't inspire some people. There are no some young men from different political parties them where I don't meet, especially this 2021. We don't tell me, say, Doc, what you think are the member for go run for MP? Across parties, SAPP, APC, NGC, all of them, I don't encourage, I say, do ya. Make sure, say, you get your party in symbol, run.
Okay.
We need more of them, and some of them are media people.
Okay. And these are parliaments where I'm sure the cell unions them between inside these 3 years, you'll see a lot of fight. You know, with the start of parliament, we see how police then go inside parliaments, get for pull people them out. We see how the courts been give, you know, the ruling where some MPs then lost their seats. We see that been too many. You say it was members of parliament on blows. That leadership, you know, one of the leaders in a parliament. Is it that when I don't fail for provide that leadership? Who say people them like you they say now honorable house people they no go see una they fit on live TV and things that we know for happen they happen in parliament.
That one day there are some of the sad episode them.
We should take
of
responsibility.
With time. We the leaders get for take responsibility for that. And also society get for begin question. Why then kind thing they happen? Why then they happen? And a lot of them, me believe, say, part of a lack of consultation, proper consultation. Some of them a lack of following rules. Some of them also come by the fact that some of we resent the whole idea of trying to rush things through. And so, but in a bad episode, then where we they pray let them not repeat. Others, we pray that they not don't set bad precedent where others go come in the future and say, fine, it been don't be this way before. And that is my biggest worry about parliament. That if we allow bad precedent there for lay.
And we had already begin allow bad precedent.
Yes, and people not they forget, they forget, then just they wait for opportunity. Then bad precedent and then they record her. And they wait for their chance. For let others not come in the future. 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, 10 years from now. Say, then we don't do this before, so we safe they do. And the bad precedent there. Nine my biggest worry.
And this parliament already, where you know part of, and I don't set them bad precedent.
We don't set some bad precedents, and let God make we recognize and build safeguards. We get about a year, 8 months left. Let God make we
but some of them think
that we realistic enough for so better put safeguards. Let
some
other
them,
people
some of them things are
happen
happening after una go una bow, una sign the bold declaration. Una all agree say we no go do this again. Then everybody was watching members of parliament fighting that's been too many.
Yeah, sweet workshop there. Spend nice time there. Yeah, but
is it about leadership problem with the speaker of parliament?
It's about sincerity problem. It's about being.
Who isn't sincere?
It's about being honest to your oath and also recognizing that power does not last forever, and that we all have a responsibility. That we you then at them position and they take them because people they record the bad.
So we're not sincere in parliament.
Within Shakespeare said the good is interred with their bones, right? Then the bad they live on. Let some people not don't make them recording it because I know say now WhatsApp the video then they all my whole them. Let we pray God. Now that make her they say some of we get for begin reflect now. 1 year, 8 months to go. Say who safeguard them we go put in place. Let them bad precedent them where we don't set. Let people not repeat them.
Who are not sincere in a parliament?
Well, I guess, as I say, we all, a number of we get responsibility in this sense. If you knowingly they do the wrong thing, you want to let people then say, yes, I will agree, you're wrong. If you self they see the bad, you just keep quiet because now that's some man like oh, no say nothing, just wait no more. Or if you say the wait, say wait me turn car go do me say go do the same. All that kind of categories of people guilty if you not speak out against some of waiting don't be way wrong. And it's important for let we talk about some of the things that we're wrong. Otherwise, I tell you, it will be repeated. Mark my words, Una, the young generation, somebody will come one day say, them been done do one before.
Okay. Yeah. And you now somebody we very recently, you know, we all watch you raise up a lot of issues in Parliament. Concerns about how you've been moved from different committees. Concerns about how very recently, you know, the interprets una standing orders in Parliament say you are not qualified to be part of one of the committees. Have you been a victim of this problem we talk about within the Parliament, the insincerity?
Yes, I don't be a victim of that.
Why are they doing that?
And of course, you see, say 3 years, I not say nothing. I mean, I do one behind the scenes because I focus on the work where the people they elect me for do. It was not a personal issue. But when they make a common, I don't become a party say no, it do so well. And they only do that because that day about 4 weeks ago, when they announced then committee, then they, I mean, in fact, a journalist raiser. You know, the first person we raise a journalist through WhatsApp. They say, wait a minute, according to SO70, not to say for BO, Dr. Yumkela will not hear name na any of them committee waiting they go on. And we noticed that be last session. So in the same basis, the elders na me party and the leadership of my party say, no, Kandeh, this is not about you now, the pattern on the 3 years. We and you can talk, we know your style, you want to concentrate on the work, and indeed you know want to create rank on a parliament and say, but we not agree. So they decided, the party leadership, NGC party, say, well, they write to the speaker now. Say, we don't observe anything now, and you, a lot of them aside and where you get decision-making power. And we see this one where you do last week. You announce then committee about woman no there, and we say, we get lawyer there, we sabi read. Then say, but not pattern. So then list all lengthy. So now that make it come.
Why should you be a victim of a parliament? You are elected to go and serve. You know, you're a leader of a political party in a parliament. Why should it be? Is it because do you have an issue with the speaker? Is it personal? Me feel say when I go ask the speaker, let him give you explanation. No, I ask for your
interpretation. Now. The fact is there is a pattern. Yeah, there's a pattern.
What do you think? You think it's personal?
Let's show we other people there where we then at the same position as leaders. We treat the same way. Let's give evidence of that. This is not facts to fact now. Me party don't raise the issue. Let right way back say no, not too true. You not move na 3 or 4 committees. No. Yeah. Let's show we evidence say yes. Unopula na the Pan-African Parliament, Pan-African Parliament, ECOWAS Parliament, ACP. We people then they did 10 years. Let's give explanation why. What's here happen? Let's give we explanation. Say yes. I not received letter from him. Yeah. In September last year and November last year. Where they ask me for help for print a bill where one bring na parliament. Let him answer, and also let him answer why him believe right now, after 3 years, say yes, me not entitled for then a certain committee, so that when other people then see what he don't write, then say go use that same thing there. Say now so the law say and now so precedent say. So since the last speaker don't do one, now so we say get for behave now, you never know. This nation, the youth population, very large. You never know if they can get 5-6 parties in a parliament back. And we get the responsibility for prepare the country for the future. You know, go say because it's convenient, very convenient. Say you ignore the others. In fact, you ignore one, you deal with 3. Because that's not the game now. You ignore one, you deal with 3. You make the law this way for one, then the other way say, well, because of so-and-so I left. No, it don't make sense. And I don't think then they will know one.
The speaker say he go reply to your party. What are they asking now? As an individual, like you say, this is only happening to you openly as a leader of a party. You think it's personal? What's in your relationship with the speaker?
Let the speaker tell you now.
What's in your relationship with the speaker?
I mean, no say as of up to 4 weeks ago, we've been getting a good relationship. Now I'm not sure, but 4 weeks ago, yes.
So our relationship don't go back?
I don't know. It's not been there. Just can't see this. In fact, not today come. So you know, been there.
No, but when you've been there, raise all the issues there. Say this they happen to you. It's systemic. You think say na because una get personal issues?
I don't know. Personal ask her. You know say me not in this country for long. The only time we me and don't day together now we serve na NPRC and one day we no make plaba. Na NPRC we in a been foreign minister, me na minister of trade and industry. So personal we can meet back in a parliament for serve together.
And for more meet parliaments there is no.
I don't see you get any personal clash.
But why
of course we don't disagree on some issues.
Okay.
And giving me own
personal
nature.
issues or issues
no policy issues. Now policy issues. For example, me no please say I don't go round down, talk to Ram, write and letter. Say do ya. Let we follow within the Constitution, Section 108, and the Standing Orders SO 47 say any member can do a bill and the minister then say can do bill, but before you bring the bill can lay in a parliament, then for gazette and for not less than 9 days. It's clear. And not to favor. Now me right. Why then the gazette? Let the public see. And the public say, who's going to Christmas this? Or where can a parliament? You're killer. You understand? But for let it no gazette and let nobody no agree help, even when you go there over and over, you write letter, you talk. I believe it's wrong. Waiting do. Not to government no more, they bring bill. They elect we. Some of we are professionals. We are experts in our own rights. Or for able to sit down with other colleagues, write a bill. Other countries that you see, in fact, then they put bill them in people their name. That one day, they make you see posting from opposition, go meet in company, say, but we been a campaign, you been a talk about the environment. I want let to sit down, we'll get the same interest. Let we write a bill for protect the environment. So a big cross party. The opportunity we may on bill bring was that exactly. That it could have been, these issues I highlighted could have been done by 4 political parties in parliament. And to got 3-year lobby.
Oh, they can't talk about this bill, Jason.
Yes,
I get the synopsis already with me. But I want to look at, how this to affect you as a member of parliament. I remember you also raised concerns about debating the audit report. You've raised concern about that as well in parliament. Is it that, things you raise, parliament isn't ready to look at them? Is it that you think, say, you're being victimized because you raise critical issues?
Sometimes there's some people not like the messenger. Sometimes there's some man not like the messenger. Debating the auditor general. I don't kind of show last year, all the other radios show them. And section 119, so clear, but not to me one. Chief by could run in at that parliament longer than we all. He said, but now so the constitution say, but and una ask the Supreme Court, any side where you doubt, the constitution comes first. For let us see 2021, people they twist that definition and say, hey Papa God, let God help this country. If in with broad daylight, with intellectuals and like some of we, people they look weeping, they say this white or black. And me move motion. Even when I meet and privately say, no, you not be need motion because of constitutional requirements. Well, now you they set the agenda for law talk in parliament. Put her on the table. It not be, but not to me one. Chief by Kuro, Honorable Tawana, enforced raise 2019. 2019, Chief by 2018-19 also, Chief by Kur, Honorable Mara, myself, others. You just see the ignore. Me and Cherno Majuba, leader of the main opposition, we do a letter to him, no response. On accountability issues, public hearings, no response. Me do letters on my own bill for Leiden Gazette, no response. I mean, and other issues, you say, well, what's going on? What's going on?
You know, one person.
And let me tell you, then when we study political science, they go tell you, part of what kills governance is arbitrary interpretation of rules and laws. Arbitrary.
So that is what the speaker is doing?
Because I miss you don't now interpret this way.
Is that what the speaker?
Because I'm in good mood, I interpret this way. Me feel say, and this is why some of us are insisting, let the rulings be in writing. So it is recorded for posterity, and if we are not happy, we can go for interpretation to the Supreme Court.
Are you saying the speaker has been...
when they are verbal or non-verbal, in other words, no action, then something is wrong.
Are you saying the speaker has been arbitrarily, ruling on matters?
Well, in my case, I don't see any justification of all within my party list within Centoram. So Naramik will really want lady in writing. If we want, we challenge on a court, whether the court is independent or not, we don't know now. But at least let posterity know, say, look, where they interpret and this way people challenge them. So you know mean saying the right thing. And we hope, say, the courts then say, you know, see what's in America and the other place, the UK, we see them go Supreme Court. Supreme Court, no, they take 1 year, 10 years. Some matters, no matter of reading, interpret, so we go in at the record, we move on.
You know, one part of the members of parliament, them we not support the process of the speaker, you know, retrieving in properties them, where the state's been seized. Is that what has become personal between you and the speaker?
Una ask, I don't know. Una ask the speaker.
No, what do you think? You're in parliament.
No, I know. I be mind reader. I know I be mind reader.
Has that affected your relationship with him?
Waiting all right, yeah. Waiting not correct, incorrect. We all know God with afraid. Yeah. God with afraid.
When last year and the speaker
left to everybody.
When last year and the speaker talk?
Well, you not been there, so 4 weeks now, not here.
No, before you travel.
You know, of course, formally in the parliament, would they see each other. So, but I don't think, since he traveled, me, you know.
There is nothing personal.
Me, no, she don't talk it. No, I don't expect anything personal, but indeed, as an intellectual, yeah, as a former colleague minister, yeah, 27 years ago, me and a minister, we are colleagues in a cabinet. So. And himself, he be not be international civil servant. Me say don't be. At least I believe say we've ordained a higher level of self-actualization now, where would they do things for posterity and for legacy and for the country. This is why even in my own case, I know say me for be one of the people that would expect say that one they don't work in the systems. On a law consultant, even if we're not lacking opinion. Law call on this meeting, law hearing, and sometimes he does that. Some other time. I go text her and say, I hear something they can agree or I no agree. I say, me I no agree. If I know the day, but my deputy go, but they send me opinion to you and the other leaders. You can overrule, but this is how I stand. Finally,
on this issue, as Parliament itself, Parliament we're in a part of, is it that Parliament don't fail for be accountable, even to you as members? Like you say, you don't write a lot of letters, you don't raise issues on a lot of things, you don't send a bill where you don't expect for leading gazette, they not gazette, and Parliament don't refuse for debate the audit report. Is it that Parliament itself not accountable?
Me go say, and in my own case, no more now, they in the spotlight because my party raise them, yeah? Recently, I write an article, say, walk in our moccasins. Possibly where shoes na no side they pinch, not so I don't know for the others waiting and don't go through. But if you remember somebody of my stature, yeah, na the country, my stature na the country. If me they go through then struggle, yeah, who that na juniors person now we go say, me say they go write bill sena. Yeah, if Dr. Yumkela no able get his own bill on top of table, I wonder if me own go there. I guess if you didn't have the ruling party, all right. But that is not the issue. The issue is about governance, yeah, governance and the integrity of Parliament. Within the rules say, we get the right as MPs for proposed bills, and now we write for let the government printers printer. If the law not been say, then for Gazetta, like I don't send them to AYV say when I publish. Go on again newspaper, but unfortunately, the law say Gazette published in the National Gazette. Yanda na government controller, and important. Now that's how they tell people. Important because the next government go can. Instead of do the same thing block. Say no opposition no they can bill yanda.
So that they block you bill?
Who don't know?
You say at some point you ask why they not print and then tell you say they get instruction not for printer. Who that they block the bill?
Of course now government circles because now then they control the government printers. They might even tell me this last time. I know they even take an eye on this thing. I don't know the last time until then school down 2018. Remember the bill. The first one where I do, 3 months after I did in Parliament, 3 months after, I try for pull a private member bill. Then don't lay out everything, correct serial number, everything, receipt. I go collect. I say, sorry, sir. Okay, call say no for print. And I say, really? But you see, been too early. I say, we need 2/3 majority for some of them change. La no hala, la bia. So the beer now take 3 years.
Let me look at this bill we talk about now. You know, the inclusive and equitable governance bill.
Yes.
What's in the inside? Why is so important? You know, as you don't release to the public and how far you don't go with engagement, but how important for we governance and democracy?
Well, first of all, I give you and you company credit. You and Miss Fabian. Because they want to challenge me, tranga. Well, why you not release on social media and so on? By the time they go back, I think people watch on a show. Wow, bombardment. Doctor, about 3 years now, they talk about this thing. We release and all we see.
Okay.
So in another forum, there were the young professionals, some young journalists. Then said, go after me.
Okay.
So one day now, I just replied. I said, okay, I'll release it next week. Of course, they don't sleep. So every day now, they count down, say left 3-4 days. Look, the bill important. Each of the elements then we did it, you can even release as a separate bill. You know, first, as I say, I start 2018 on just the TUSIM issue. Yeah? For the TUSIM issue, now for be say, now two sides to the TUSIM issue. Number one, we want we fumble the way they overseas vote. Who side then they? They no need for can register. Then come back and vote. Some money they cost them $5,000.
Yeah.
Especially where Guinea man they vote now. Yeah? We know that countries in South Africa, Mali, then country then people then they vote overseas. Even who say maybe in Europe, they see them go line up in the embassy, go vote. So they say to me, say, boy, this is not 21st century. So that's not one issue. And that one day, the good news is we don't need law. The 2012 Electoral Act, Section 18 say the NEC can register Sierra Leone nationals and citizens in their countries of residence.
Okay.
The same machine where they go use for register, you just need for add 1 or 2 more things. You use them for vote.
Okay.
Yeah, computer, camera, fingerprint scanner for verify. So I know say easy. So we research, we look other countries. I put a team together. That one day we know say can happen quick. And me and government, at the go state house, at the meet other ministers, they all man say, yeah, doctor will agree. The second issue on TUSIM, now the one section 75, we know they allow dual citizens for qualify for being member of parliament.
Yeah.
Section 76, we in fact disqualify them. So we just modify and simple. Say, as long as you're not citizen by birth, wherever you dey, if you want contest for parliament, you can contest. Waiting we no agree no more. We say, but if you want to be president, you get forget the other one up or you know they be TUSIM.
Okay.
If you want to be vice president, if you want to be speaker. So waiting me been they expect now the debates, people can add others. Because some people tell me later and they say, doctor, now then 3 then you don't pick. But who want to add head of security?
Okay.
Okay. And that is the essence of debates. You can add more what we call exemptions. Say if you want to be them position, yeah, you know for be TUSIM. But that's for common at the debates. Me and others don't give 3 exemptions. The 3 big positions, the number 1, number 2, number 3. You can add others. For example, some people be want a chief justice. Then they say no. Commonwealth don't use for send chief justice from one country to another. On no exempt that one day.
Okay.
Because he okay. So we left that one day out. So for the diaspora, 2 things. For let them vote to side and then we can do it within 3 months. Let them register and vote. 3-4 months we can do it. You
consider the logistics and
the logistics we even estimate. We give them even a table behind the concept we'll do. Within at the budget lines. We don't estimate is because at 30 stations that we feel say you can establish. It's very easy. North America probably about 7. UK and I sometimes 3 or 4. You know, there you do France, Belgium, Germany, who say Salomon Boku, but other people can come. Australia, Guinea, Liberia, Gambia, Nigeria, Ghana, who say them Boku. Can do. So by the time we put them together, between 27 to 30, and we begin to estimate what equipment do you need. Very cheap. You know how much would they spend for send one presidential delegation to the General Assembly? Now, Boku money. A lot of money.
So they equate that to
so where I look at the money what they ask for is less than that 1 trip day. So me believes in a good change and it help other countries. We even document that in a concept paper. The other issue that we did inside this bill, now the 30% for women. Then we modify specific section 74(2). Yeah, where they tell you say not less than 60 people now then for the parliament. So we just add. Look how it's simple. We add say, and no single gender should be more than 2/3. Okay. Simple language there. For give woman then 30% representation. Waiting do. Poverty, when poor day, now woman they suffer. When insecurity can, now woman and they suffer. But more importantly, them boku pass with demand at the population. And we believe so if you include them in governance, it help. Because they know the issues. Whether not technology issues, whether they cook, whether they process agricultural products. Now this country, most of the food products, after we don't harvest, now women and they process 80%. And then they walk back in a farm. So like we were agriculture experts, we know say you get for take that dimension where they do programs in agriculture technology transfer. So that's now another aspect of the last one. Now for young people then, like where they walk. say they know for resign 12 months before, then for resign 6 months before, for let them kind of governance. So now that make we call opening up the governance space.
Okay.
Inclusive and equitable governance. The equity, now forget more women then, more young people.
The process of putting this bill together, how inclusive it be? How much engagements you do so that you get different views them or get the buy-in of other people?
I tried for 3 years. I work with opposition, the first one. Now me, Honorable Chairman Omaju, if I don't do, I will sign all. For let them print and we not print. So look at the beauty, eh? 2 political parties, they send a bill. And for APC, it be important. Because they mean, use them as a discriminatory rule inside the constitution. So they were very happy. In the process, others say, well, would they go consult with party? Another one can last minute say, oh, my party still are not signed. We say, we'll still go ahead. We cannot parliament. We all debate.
Okay.
So that was inclusive. And I lobby, I get letters. You know, you will see the letters, they are right and so. Because the way we then teach, we also overseas, we don't get meeting with people because quick person say, I don't forget. I don't see Bokuna this country. I don't remember. Oh, I don't know.
So you follow up with letters?
With man teach, we say, you do a note to the file, and so we can call her, or you do a memo. That we meet on this day, now this we discuss, now then we agree on, now the next step, this, you send them back. Yeah. So for 3 years, where they meet with people, State House, as I tell you, I go State House probably 4 times. And I get people and they will work with me very honestly on this. Diaspora folks from all political parties. In fact, then because they know, say, I talk about them already, August, 3 months or 4 months after I don't do in a parliament, then they phone, then they send message, then say, Doctor, would they wait? Unfortunately, the president, now the manifesto and in statements before and even after I don't be president, even last year, March, where the UK, it talk about them back. So we see, say, the stars were well aligned. We all talk about our campaign. And
you don't meet with the president on this, right?
Oh, yes, oh, yes.
So what's the problem there? What's you think, say, the problem there?
Maybe tactical, I don't know. I don't know what's the problem there. But me believe, say now, from which are the year, government self, they work on some of this behind the scenes, then get white paper, we get for come out. So me believe, say, the favor where I don't do for the country, I don't set the stage for a national debate.
Okay.
But me no say, even when you don't do white paper, you still get for do one bill or several bills for go. Na parliament still.
So is it about not being this coming from Honorable Kandeh Yumkela? Is that the problem?
Now, so some people say, they say something at the messenger. I don't know. But genuinely.
What was the word of the president when you met?
Oh, the president be highly interested. Highly interested. He talk about a manifesto, say, yes, this is nothing where I believe say necessary. When I go back to the videos, when the neck, they interview the head of neck. I ask him about not also. We come back in a parliament. He even give you an example. Saying SF now almost $5,000 spent for can register, go back, then come back and vote. So when I look and the stars were aligned, but waiting surprised me that wait a minute, the clock they tickle.
Exactly.
Now the third year, the fourth year we depend, so they can't done. The next year you go here, on a time not been there. Or will not be able to put the money together. Yeah, because I know they get feedback. Remember, say me they meet people.
The issue about
me they go meet people and they give them documents, but nobody calls me to say, okay, Kandeh, that thing with me and you discussed last month, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I want to call you out of respect, Seth, because me don't go meet people. Say that thing where you don't they work on with we. Now this stage we there now. Now this we don't do. Somebody even say, we don't need you bill. I say, oh really? It's not to you to tell me if you need me bill or not. Now, my responsibility as a lawmaker for make bills. Yeah, bring you on.
With elections not far again, you still ready for work with government?
Everybody, because now the results matter. We want to open up the political space for the people. The thing where they recommend, look where beautiful. Imagine at that parliament, we get 32 women there, or 40, or even make a 50-50 now. And the one 46, half of them be women. Just think about it. But remember, say we're modest. We say 30%. The woman, they in fact, then say they meet. Then they prepare a bill where they want 2 safe seats. That they count to about 22% of the total. That's a pathway to 30. It's a pathway to 50. So other people, they don't say me, say, Doctor, but you 30% no better. So women's group, we in a 50-50 one like Rwanda and Denmark. I say, hey, na pathway. Let we all join hand. And it good say na man they help for it. And think about the young people. We're able to resign early as teachers. as civil servants and others say, me and one day in governance now. It not go for wait 12 months. The salary in this country not better. For a man left in job 12 months before he go contest. No. Some position and they will not agree. Like the head of police. Yeah? Head of military. You know, they resign 6 months. This is where the debate is wonderful.
Okay.
What are the exemptions you make, but you open the space for the young man there and young women for let them come into governance?
Your party, most people believe, gets a lot of diaspora support. Are you pushing this, the issue of, you know, diaspora voting because elections is close and you believe, say, you will get support from the diaspora?
Look the evidence of the letter. I don't tell you, say, the first bill. Since 2018. You know, you feel say I get more diaspora supporters than SLPP.
A lot of people believe that.
APC party and SLPP.
Say NGC gets a lot of diaspora
APC and SLPP they're not plenty past NGC.
You believe?
Come on, they don't get 60. Yeah, then get more. In fact, that's what some of the SLPP people don't tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, look this 2018. So this not to now. This is a letter to Attorney General 2018 July. Not to now. Now why urgent? Because time they done. And typical, I don't they now.
And elections they come.
Wait.
Elections they come.
You
see, politician, you need vote.
You don't see are they in governance. I don't see how game they play. When a time not been there, this will be for. Don't do it. Take for example, the issue of registering diasporans outside and day. That law they from 2012. Nobody know do. When I investigate, I say, but why? Well, doctor, 19 and day for set up, time not been there, money not been there. I say from 2012. So now I do the math. I put some guidance together. I say, on a law sidumba. How we go do this? The debate to the law check other countries. We even do case study. South Africa, Cape Verde, Senegal. How then they do it? Then they do it now 30 years. I say, how then they do it? When we check, it's purely political will and leadership, management, not to law. Okay. So what here they try for tell you? Me look the timetable, say, we in 30, and let me tell you how the schedule rough next year. Okay. Where people don't understand. Electoral reform alone, there are about 30 issues that require legislation. Electoral reform, based on the international community, the observers, their recommendations. Okay. Out of the 103, about 25 to 30 require legislation. Imagine if we begin deal with that one in the next year. Then you get CRC, maybe government say get for do more, plus the normal flow. And here I don't do it now. As you see people say, well, now the agenda too, but you know, time no day. I say, no. Time day. This one here, and no say, within 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. I don't see what thing government don't bring where they need for lay pass. I don't see Boku. I don't did it.
You don't meet with the president, you don't meet with the vice president, you don't meet with the former chief minister, you don't meet with the attorney general. Yeah. Is there the political will? Is that what is lacking?
You get for ask them. Will they wait for the white paper?
But you don't meet with them, and then
me that time why they meet with us. I say we work together. Waiting no more surprise me now. You know, I meet some man last November out of courtesy, a normal courtesy. You know, say, hey doc, that's who you meet me for. Look how far we don't go. Now how we there now? Yeah, one colleague see me the other day. And I, hey doc, that's who we been talking. Yeah, we work on some document. I say, but me man. Me meet you. I send you 2 letters. At least professionalism. Forget about salon. Not begin to say this is not salon. Professionalism say respond. Say by the way, you.
So you send letter, people not they respond.
Now pass again. I make appointment back. I go there. Then we walk back. Then they say, doc, this is all good. So now this will get for do next. I say all right. So I train well, yeah. I don't manage people there.
Does that show the lack of political will?
So you go sit down. At least you expect. You know. Listen, you expect other professionals for say, okay, me and Doc Bindo agree on this. I know they wait back for like call me like I don't do 3-4 term or send me another letter before I call and say, hey Doc, me self want to see you now. Like you update how far.
You not get the support of the Speaker of Parliament, the arm of government. You not get the support of the executive as it shows. Are you giving up on this?
Not at all. And now they again honor the citizens coming because one of the handicapped in this country back. You can always talk and then show. People like for take your hand, pull bangana fire. They know I walk. All man believe say one man they solve all with problem. Let's just wait. Let's go talk, but you know, like the debates with other people. But we camp and the real work. Honor the citizens. Now on a turn now. If me don't try for do this, I don't even put on a bill. I don't tell now how I don't work. Not to elect we. For now one time. Diaspora, if una want, una mobilize. Women, hey, na input. Una throw away, or una say no. We self they work on something, but we lack the debate. Now we want also mobilize. These are issues because Dr. Yumkela don't want we say time they beat we all. The first elections, if the neck of chairman keeping schedule for local council, is going to be around March, April, right? So you look and tell no boku again. March, April, now around the corner, it is so. Not to the 7th month with this one this year.
You go engage the president on this again?
Yes, you bet, you bet.
When last you talked to him? Have you raised this
very recent, very recent.
So you raised this issue with him?
In one show, people vex by me, but they say I'm back. I say again the benefit of the doubt. That wait it tell me is real, that he want all the things.
So what is the problem if he wants it, but people where they work with people where possibly go take instructions from are not doing what should be done? That's
the $1 million question, my brother.
So do you think he's still got the will and commitment, even when you don't come out and they raise the issue, it's nothing is changing?
Well, now is the test. Now is the test.
How long?
Now is the test. Me believe say between now and December.
You believe say President Bill still committed to this and is willing to get it done?
I get for gain benefit of the doubt. Now I get for proof to honor now. If we been saying in manifesto, if the conversation the way me and don't get an exchange of letters are real, I don't see things the way His Excellency wants to happen like that. I don't see ways where people line up quick. In fact, then go phone you, yeah. And that is for me the disappointment.
And there have been things where you don't support him, or you don't support him on.
Yes, oh yes.
So you expect same for happen on this?
No, I just expect say genuinely if we don't make say na government of talk and do, talk and do, but also inclusiveness. Me believe say this was the biggest opportunity for let you get a multi-party sponsored bill, and at that night the discussion then what we get. Say, Mr. President, go call the leadership of Parliament together. Say, yes, I've been asked for them and I'm in manifesto. I mean them. Thank you. Can they don't consult some of una? It is mine now. And this way, we una don't begin work together on complex constitutional issues. Do ya? Now, so I want una continue because all tell we talk about cohesion, political cohesion in a divided parliament, in a divided country. I don't see opportunity where we beat this.
How much support you don't get on this from the leadership of the ruling party in a parliament?
That's a good question. So far, I don't get much support yet.
Why? You not engage them, or is it that they're not ready?
I don't engage. I don't send them to people there. I don't lobby them, in meetings. Don't lobby them, corridor. Don't lobby them. Where we, the leadership, no more they meet. All man say, well, yes, but there are issues. I say, no problem. But let we just work together. Go meet.
What's the fears? People that don't tell you what's in their fears, possibly without why they know they support this. They will tell you what's in their fear.
My dear brother, we all get options. Me, they wait a little bit more. We'll go see what else we go do. But this is the opportunity for let una the citizens, young people, we no one resign 12 months. Not to me one grade non bring our justice car one self don't talk and not to so. So some of them here you go see say if you take the women the issue for 30%, then don't they fight for them for 16 years. Not to new So you foresee the creativity in this. That these are issues that are known, where we see say still they were solvable, but then also I call them low-hanging fruits. We pick them up, and somebody say waiting not been they happen. Nobody know they care and go for make law.
Okay.
I say fine. I can care 3 logo or I can care 1. So me care 1. Now, again, I did the disappointment. At least if the debate be not begin. Sometimes some man been for say, Mr. Speaker, this why law pull and law make a separate bill, let a committee write that bill bringer. All I tried to do was to ignite a debate and get something done. You either pass the omnibus means you get bokutin, or you take them out one by one, but you work on it beyond rhetoric. Beyond rhetoric, make a law. Another one day we get for bring, we get for sensitive. Say I don't talk on a show.
Yeah.
Me believe say no tribe in this country.
Yeah.
Not forget more than 30% of them government positions. None.
But that is not part of this.
No, not there. You see, I know overload that.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, this was so easy, low hanging fruit.
Do you still have the zeal to do another wave in this one? They not consider them?
Because for una, me see everything as a teachable moment, a challenge for also be an opportunity. I go do another one, maybe 2 more, just for let una see if the system they work. Because this is an important part of governance. Opposition people should be able to bring bills. If not to that, now one way, now waiting government say.
In the instance where the bill can't be even printed, the printer tell you say, then call and say no enough for printer. Who say this energy they come out from for you continue for
the commitment? Now that's people for no. If you take energy, why you see them do movies, I mean documentaries on me as Mr. Energy. I don't they work on them for over 20 years. So 30 days in the world, then they call me up.
You're able to identify the problem, why the why Parliament
so
you
for no say your motivation is always a higher order motivation. It's not about self, it's not immediate aggrandizement, it is also to begin a process. But me no say, if they no do announce it, some of una, some diaspora, the women's group, then go say no, but we'll not agree. This is my hope. That people here, and even for people now, this is your own time to let us see if you can stand up. Because all tell when they expect say the MP for say this. Oh, KKY not say that. Let me see by if you self ready for team up. Okay. If KKY don't team up, he don't show.
Support
he left to the public.
Are you calling for a public support?
Where the public know?
Are you calling for a public support on this?
That's the minimum I expect, my brother. Women's groups, diaspora, and others. Diaspora they send for look with projection. Maybe in another 4 or 5 years, they're going to send over 200 million official. If you look at it and they send unofficial, those people are sending over $250 million. For some country there, Nigeria na 3 to 5 billion, Senegal 3 billion, and diaspora they send inside the country. We save Yomboku. By the time in another 4 or 5 years, sometimes the money within they send, it pass the aid money.
Okay.
And other countries they cultivate them like Ghana, and they build them for Ghana. Because they get knowledge, they get access to money, let the mankind get confidence, they bring ideas.
Honorable Yumkela, yes. Finally on this issue, do you feel disappointed and think, say, Parliament not able to live up to your expectation? Which way do you expect for...
On this matter, yes.
On this and several other issues.
But this particular one, to refuse to print a bill from a member of Parliament.
Who are you blaming? Who should take the blame?
Missy said that is a fundamental challenge to our democracy.
Who should take the blame?
And in the future, people will see. But at least, until they on
who
the
should
records,
be blamed for that? The public, what they tell you for supporting now? Who are
public, the parliamentary leadership, all man, governments. Because governments say for look and say, one day when they will say, go the opposition. Go the opposition. And at that I can tell people, look, time long tay, it must stop. It must cut some side. Can't take 20 years. People go come back, then take them back in and they make for act on her. Look how long it take now for a main public order act. When bad game done day, it had for change. People will come back.
So Parliament, the leadership of Parliament should be blamed for this.
Well, blame can be shared by many, but me no say. Me are focus on Mr. Speaker.
Okay.
Now focus on, now write me letters to...
And I for take the blame for
I
this.
copy all my colleagues. But in September, they go now in office, put her in writing to RAM, go back, I say, hey, I don't go to them printer, they degree print me bill. Do you help me? Yeah, you go see, I don't see no movement. I go to AGSF, I don't see no movement. So November, I write the speaker back, November. I said, Mr. Speaker, now 410 now, I ask you, do you? Or it be saying, and I make her put her in writing to her. There is a systematic process of just refusing me to exercise my rights as an honorable speaker, an honorable member of Parliament.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, hey, in getting your interpretation, but let God make other person knock and give order to government printer say anything where they go under. If we not clear and not touch her.
And you didn't envisage that?
Oh yes. Then bad game here. You play one bad game.
So what's I hope for Salon in change? With them bad game here, we think they get for continue. Now they set bad precedents now, and other government get for come. You think say this get for be the same thing? What I hope for
left owner, not owner the votes.
You said the votes.
Owner where they vote.
You said the votes.
Me, say me I go vote for myself.
Yeah,
and what I don't do for you, I create a political party for you. We get alternative views. Yeah, I not do one kind no more. Yeah, so waiting at my point. Then on this topic, I don't show you waiting the citizens can do. Like other country, then they mobilize. Then say go meet the young MP from Kailaun, from Kabbalah. Say, do you we say this woman issue we there for a more. In fact, we want more. this diaspora issue, they can now, they send delegation. We send one time with phone calls and letters. Now, so then they do overseas. They send letters to your MP, to the president, some then mobilize, send delegation. I go see if, because you see, I don't use in this game now 6 years, are they in the trenches? You see some man sabi talk. We camp and action. You no go do nothing, but you're ready for point finger at other person and say, oh, you know they do nothing. What can you do for yourself?
What's your hope for Sierra Leone?
My hope for Sierra Leone is that some of you you have to keep hope alive, yeah? For some of you will not be successful if we not get a positive mental attitude and a fighting attitude, yeah? You got to be aggressive sometimes. And if I'm passionate about what you do, I'm passionate about this. And I'm going to be passionate about one or two other issues before we finish the term. And so because I know the rules of the game, I will propose them to Parliament. It can be thrown away.
You hope things will change soon?
If citizens apply enough pressure, things could change. If citizens,
also very divided, political lines regionally, and you know,
if you say
based on
again, when we say the country divided, now people divided. You know, I don't want to give the people them free pass. I don't want to give people them free pass. Some man can say, "We no, where Dr. Yumkela don't make you know something there now." Take action.
But you got that you got that way to listen to the person from a political party who tell her waiting for do and not for do than waiting Dr. Yumkela they say if not the right thing.
Yes, I hope say one day you say go remind and say no complain now. Because you been get chance study. They may not raise this issue. So you hope things go change soon? Me, I am an eternal optimist. I hope say una the people. Una the people that there is a point where una want change. You know, Ghana go biente. It was so bad. Then pick up because the people wanted change. Rwanda same it come from the people then too. So it matter waiting the people then want. And there is a saying, the people deserve the government we then get. Then deserve the governance system we then get. Because now they vote, now they get for mobilize on issues. If you not mobilize for the issue, if you not put the right people, then therefore do you issue, or they go cry. So
as we try for round up, you think say the people get the right government and get a very good government, as you say, people deserve the government we then get?
I give them not them vote for the government.
What's your assessment of this government? 3 years.
No, then they will get for deal with and then our campaign begin. I don't
the right on the bread and butter issues. I don't
do interviews with una. Don't give una parameters.
But on this show,
get parameters that now they all go use for check the government. You know, you don't reduce the debt where you come as you've been promised. The people then better today pass.
You think this government has been better than the previous?
Than a fundamental. Remember, whatever we do, the ultimate goal now for make the people their life better. So those are questions we get for ask the people then. Your life better today, you get more job than today than you been get today. The debt situation of the country better than before. The country get political cohesion and social cohesion past before. They were all the parameters. Already one of the number one thing the people then they go sleep hungry. They don't talk 4 years ago. They talk now. Another study don't come on. So Bokutin and they will get for debates where they are.
As somebody within part of the governance system, you did at the the parliament. You think say in the 3 years, which all waiting you don't see. You've been here. You've been in the trenches. You guys said a lot about the economy the last time and what is wrong and what is not right. You think say in 3 years we've got better than where we are?
The economy they in trouble still. The economy they in trouble still. The government don't try them best, but them best not do. The international community will give a lot of credit. They help well. They send beaucoup money now. Some of we they estimate say maybe 1.5 billion in grants and loans and so on. Remember saying a parliament, I don't ask back. I said I will give you one table back. Let we see almost loan there we don't take for waiting. Let we see almost grants they don't come for waiting. So we say go check. Because we take debt for me and the debt I get for paying. I want no side the money, then they go if they work day. Because I me get for pay the debt. Una the young generation, I get for pay the debt then they. And remember, the campaign will be challenged the other government about the amount of debt we then left. So once see all the debt management, how we don't go. So we go assess. And if we get what we call value for money. I've been on talking on one show, say government led for talking allocations. We've allocated 21% of the budget to education, X% to agriculture. It's allocation. We, the citizens and parliamentarians, go say, so where are the results? Do we have value for money? And what are the outcomes? People then less hungry, people then life better today past yesterday. they're happy. The youth man then get job, they're happy.
In your own assessments, much has not changed or nothing or changed at all?
We'll go see.
Finally, on transparency and accountability, you think this government has done much? They've done...
Remember what we don't say. Accountability not just about history, also real time. Real time accountability. That's why we don't recommend a number of things where government for they do now, for let them one way the chap under. No say, we not, as society will not want it again. We don't give them recommendations then they, but I guess nobody interested.
But the president looks strong in the fight against corruption.
They try, but you tell me if the corruption they done. I mean, one side recently, early this year, some team for go play, I don't know, Swaziland or outside and for go somewhere in Southern Africa.
Lesotho.
You remember here when I pulled the scandal, somebody just add 1 billion to the amount of money, right? If corruption really don't man, no, they get mind do then thing and they. Now with the area, another scandal about New York office, $4 million. You know, so it almost kind like say, from where this year begin,
what about the aspect of fighting the corruption?
Yes, but this is why you also get for look impacts. You know what they do, evaluation of projects and so on. There is effort, there is inputs, but we also they look for results and impacts. Are we having an impact on the mindset, on the culture? Again, when they call for more accountability, for let Parliament doing job, when we been they approved the ACC boss at saying a Parliament in my speech, I said, do you allow we do work? So himself go blow. We supposed to deal with real time. We for do we work real time. Let the message go to the citizens and say, we the representative, they will not take this again, so that anti-corruption go blow small. In the only camp, where you don't see say hey, this why Trangaes don't can a big too much, it will affect the economy bad.
So Parliament self able do.
When Adameka say on the side of oversight, we get a long way for go. On the side of oversight and other issues, we get a long way. And change they take time also. But I hope say if we allow this free discussion amongst we self, sometimes the next Parliament people go do one better. You know, then go be better resourced for let them able do oversight. Then go be better staffed. For let them able to do
Finally, Honorable Yumkela, you think say President Bio don't be a better president to this nation in the 3 years?
I don't want to give judgment on President Bio yet because me party still they evaluate now.
No, as a member of Parliament, as somebody will run against him.
Go to me speech them. Go to me speech them because you know this country quick people say, oh well, na campaign they don't begin campaign.
But you're a politician.
No, but listen to me. No, go to me speeches. Go to me speeches. Let you see me specific comments on sectors.
Generally.
There you go aggregate.
If you are to rate President
there you go aggregate.
Over 100.
Look,
how much you go
for me, the whole government, yeah, the whole government,
over 100.
The whole government, wow, over 100. This say they go far, over 100. Me, I still put there around them 40, 45.
Then I fail. So they fail.
Well, then get 1.5. Then get 1 year 8 months.
So in 3 years they fail.
1 year 8 months, you can harvest what you don't plant. Yeah.
Okay. But in 3 years
me don't see even in business. I don't see people take a business model, then test them, then do the first investment, first 2 years breaking even, third year, boom, profits begin come. Then they just continue. Sometimes in the fourth year. So me believe say, then say get for see now. Remember each time I say to President, like what I say this year in the speech, not to so the debate in speech. Talk and do not been bad. But now for assess and review.
Okay.
Now the 10 days. Are they get me results who I want? Things they really move in the direction. If they know they move, you put fire under some people then for deliver. Because there is time, 1 year, 8 months.
Has he showed that leadership? You think he has showed it?
Well, I'm not in his cabinet.
I'm saying
I know the ministry.
No, generally, you go see policies, programs, and implementation.
Policy framework then they, you know, challenge in Africa always in implementation. Implementation, right? Fine policy and so on. So man, they take I put her under the table.
Okay.
They do exactly what they do before. Yeah, and
that leadership that Sierra Leone should have. You think they don't show that?
Nara maybe not say if you go back last year, I say look, we don't employ over 600 professionals for Mr. President. We Parliament now we approve them for her. Now I nominate, but now we approve. I say term don't reach now. This was last year, so 2 years into the administration. I say now we parliament for head president and law begin see who don't know they perform. So again they right now for fire some people so things go change. But he left to run now. Now that make again open advice. You foresee say genuine in the debate.
Which advice you want left with President Bill?
Assess and review. Assess and review where we're headed.
He should assess
his economic policy for assess people the way they work with her and see, look back, they're able to deliver for me 1 year, 8 months from now. Because yes, we the people will evaluate him. We have to.
Okay.
And at that time, we're free. We will debate. Possibly no go say, oh, na politics no more.
Last week there were publications about you moving from NGC to join the APC and on the former coalition. Are you preparing that stage too? But
people want to sell paper. So I see the headlines. They send them to me in a parliament. I say, wow, this man. And they tell me, they say, hey, the paper just they fly. Yeah, people get for sell paper. Me na NGC. Yeah. Me and my colleagues then work hard for create a new platform in this country. We committed to them in values and so on. Of course, we see opportunities. I don't talk all. I say 2023 now about strategic alliances.
Okay.
We see opportunities. Why? It go heal the country. You said don't talk. Country divided. We want fair way. We always don't say a grand coalition.
Strategic alliances with the opposition.
Strategic alliances. It could evolve. I know say me leader and chairman and leader of my party, Dennis Bright, in team, and they work very hard. Their issues they care about.
You already have an alliance with the opposition
on issues, for example. It don't take that model.
So will that continue to the elections? Is that what will continue to the elections?
And other leaders of other 13 political parties, now wonderful model for the country. That they identify 3-4 issues where they say, look, would they put all particular aside, all tribalism aside, would they work together on this one? Really brilliant.
So is that what you move into 2023?
Never know. Things evolve and people begin work together, then elect themselves. They tend to say, you know, when the debates 2018, behold me and you, they think the same way. Let's talk. Let we see how we move Salon before, because we all get genuine interest.
So even if you're not going to APC, people are not going to be surprised if you get strategic alliance with them.
Strategic alliance, very possible. It's very possible. Me convinced saying that the way forward.
With the opposition?
For let we deal with tribalism, for let we deal with some of the issue, the way they divide with this country, small thing, they don't begin to ask, who say you come out? Which party you there? The messenger, then they kill you and say, no, we want to bring people together. So this vision of a grand coalition of progressives from APC, SLPP, C4C, NPD, you name the party there. I just have that dream that you, the young generation, will look beyond region, tribe, and say, look, now the issue matter.
Finally,
now poverty matter, now economic growth and wealth creation and good governance.
Finally,
and fighting
finally,
corruption.
Honorable Yumkela, the strategic alliance where they talk about, is possible with the opposition? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, everything is on the table. In America, we can say all our cards are on the table. Any combination, any what is in mathematics? I don't know permutation and combinations. What will be named math and CKC. So various combinations possible, like where they put puzzle together.
Okay.
And it all based on values. Some say, look, let's save democracy. We see say democracy they're at risk. I don't they listen to them.
Okay.
Why them believe so for can together? And some don't argue, say, look, for let democracy work, you need a good opposition. Otherwise, it will be a dictatorship. All manner, yes, sir.
Okay.
And when you, as I can say, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts. Waiting they make you not get absolute power. If you get an effective opposition, where every now and again they tell the executive arm and the president, say, no, you don't have the power to do this. It's ultra virus. Okay. If you not get that, now yes, man, the whole nation, then you get a dictatorship.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kandeh Yumkela of the National Grand Coalition. Thanks for your time. We appreciate them very much. And hopefully, in subsequent editions, we're going to get you for discuss critical issues. And thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure having you. That's now the leader of the National Grand Coalition at Parliament, Honorable Kandeh Yumkela. We just don't talk to him about politics, governance, and issues within Parliament and the bill where they don't push it for 3 years now, and he still believes the public need to come out and support waiting and believe is right. Thank you for where you watch with. Thank you for where you did with at the show today. Hot seats they return next week. Tete will meet back. Mina Amadou Lamgana Ba. Continue for watching YV.